Life coach, what does that mean? It means someone who can support you, help you sometimes to make decisions. Problems we have all. Solving the problems or initiating the challenges, initiating the goals, how to do it, when, where, how. Huh? Uh, that is for a lot of people difficult. When you are, and it's not only like it's negative, it's also positive things. I want to be something. I want to create something. How do I do it? What are the challenges? What are my choices? What is the best choice? You go on. So I'm talking about business, I'm talking about private. And we all have our challenges in life, positive and negative. I make clear to all people there is no positive when there is no negative, because when everything is positive, it's getting boring, right? It's getting simply boring. Why would you be happy when you live every day in paradise? Then there is nothing special anymore. So you start looking for something that excites you again. That's most of the time not so good then. So life has challenges, and as a life coach, we can support there. Now, my experience, I worked 5 years, and from the 5 years, 4 years on the most intensive care as a social therapist. That was with the highest end criminals in the Netherlands where I grew up. And after that, when I started doing my own businesses, I was actually constant kind of crisis manager. That means startup business, turnaround business, etc., etc. So wherever I came, there were huge problems. There was a lot of emotion. How you handle that when you come in a business and there is a lot of emotion, a lot of negativity, how you handle that? Because you need positivity, you need goals, you need guidelines to improve a business. But that means first you have to change the people. And that's very important. And I have about a 30 years experience in that. Uh, I'm named as often as Happy Gerardo. I had even in the past an email account like that. I think it was a Hotmail account. Probably it still works, don't know. Never check it anymore. But it was happygerardo at hotmail.com. People laughed about it, but okay. Uh, an important thing, what I also use is also enjoy the day. I was known for that. Under an email, enjoy the day. Because every day is a day. And we have to make the best of it. Trying to make the best of it. It's we're open our eyes, and then I have something. I open my eyes, and on my age, I open my eyes. I'm happy. There's another day. And when I don't open it, well, then I died in a very peaceful way in one of my nice dreams. So, nothing wrong with that. All right? Uh, so, my attitude is positivity, constructive. And a lot of people can't reach that in life. They concentrated on the negativity, on the destruction, on what other people say, etc., and what other people do, and they don't do it, and then they are jealous and they're talking about it. It's all negative. Now, in business, it's often the same. So I will go point by point what we can do. And I have my computer next to me, so I have to read that. What is the most important thing for having a good life? That is first taking care of yourself. That is not egoistic. That is like a car. A well-maintained car gives a good service. When it's not maintained, you can't rely on it. People can't rely on you when you don't take care of yourself. So you have to take care of yourself. That's number one. From that starting point, you can go further. Now, what means taking care of yourself? That means healthy food, healthy drinks, yeah, living a life with uh, positivity, yeah. So that means a healthy mind and body. Now, many people have a problem with that. They're too busy with business, 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 business. They forget their private life. They forget their family, etc., etc. They forget to relax. Yeah. So there are points where we uh, can do a lot and support a lot. Number two, personal and private challenges, good or bad. I mentioned already a little bit, good or bad. Actually, it doesn't matter because we always have good and bad experiences, and that's the experience. But you have also these stages of nothing is happening. It stays negative. There is no growth. There are no decision making, etc., etc. And that creates problems because all these, every time negativities stays there and it piles up. Okay, so we can work on that. And then we have emotional stress. Now, emotional stress, very simple. You have a busy business and you have a family that demands attention. That is sometimes really like, yeah, oh, And then you have a crisis in your private life with spouse or whatever, and that's difficult. And to still be top on your work and at the same time all these problems at home. How you handle that. And it's part of stress. It breaks down everything what is good in your body. It really breaks it down. It damages your body. I know people with, and many people actually in my life, that I saw after a person died that they loved or whatever, up within a half year they have cancer. Pure by the stress. It's not healthy. So there also we try to support and see what we can do for you. Put a little bit up. And then you have finances. Finances are important, private or business. How you handle your finances. A lot of people take emotional decisions when it comes from finances. They don't plan, they have no idea, they do as it comes. They move as it comes. There is a problem, we solve the problem, that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And it can be private and business. And that is, I have a lot of financial knowledge, business plans, etc., etc. Made many, a lot, and from bigger projects, smaller projects, and sometimes I help very simple people like cash book, bank book, and have control on what comes in and what comes out. That's how simple it is. Very simple daily accounting thing. But it helps people because it guides people. When you see end of the week, see what you did here. You thought you're doing good, but you're not doing good. And hey, you bought a lot. What did you buy? Not half cases, whole cases. Okay, then you're still in the profit, but you did some investment, buying a little bit more stock. Great, yeah. But the point is, people start analyzing their business and know what they're doing, and not simply moving day by day. And then you have, of course, big and small business problems. It's an accountant can give you an overview. When you have a bigger business, can give you an overview. But what solution he can give? An accountant has no business mind. Let's make that clear. He gives you numbers, and you have to work with the numbers. You have to analyze the numbers and to make decisions. That is a very lonely job for small business with 10, 20, 30 staff members, but also for bigger. Yeah, I worked for bigger companies, had hundreds of staff members, and the decisions you make have effect on all, all the staff, and on the investors, owners, etc. So, yeah, now you are yourself, say, the private owner. All people, family, investors, banks, they all expect that you do the right thing. At the same time, you have to do the operational part. Now, and there is then often that you say that it's such a lonely job because all these problems, it's difficult to talk about that. With luck, some have a wife that at home they can talk a bit about it, but also many have the good rule: at home is at home, and business is business, and that's good. Um, but a good husband or a good wife is perfect when you have a business, to have a little bit feedback, a little bit brainstorming with a person that you can trust. And there is the problem. A lot of times you can't trust. So you can't say, hey, I'm seeing here problems. You don't want to have that message out, not to your staff, not to your management, not to the banks, not to the investors, finances, you name it. But the problem is there. How you solve that? Alone. Every time alone. No. That's also one of my tasks, to support you with that. Not by taking decisions, but pointing out together, like, okay, what options you have, and which are really not good, and which are the good options. And then you make the choice of the good options. When you have the feeling you can go for it 100%, and you have the staff for it, yeah, who can handle it, yeah, and you have the customers to buy it, yeah, don't forget. I have one rule. When I run a business, I say often, I don't care about the owners. I care about the staff and the guest. When they are and the clients, when they both are happy, finally the owners are also happy. Money comes in, one way or another. Things improve, yeah? And you can do expansion and more activities, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, but the decision making, that is the difficult process. And there we support. So these are about the things we can do for you, from private, very personal in business, and support you with all these things: finances, analyzing numbers, what are the risks, what's how you have to change things to also financially to get a business a little bit, like, hey, maybe we have to change the loans, maybe we have to talk with the investors, and see that we get new funds for activities because we see some opportunities. Decision making. There we support you, and so far the task as a life coach and what we can do for you. And we can do it online, and we can do it in private meetings. Depends a little bit where you are and what you as a client prefer, because for me a client is number one, and from there we go. All right. And every couple of days I will place a video with some information about all these things that can happen to you: your private health, private problems, business problems, financial problems, relational problems, emotional problems, etc., and how we can handle it. And food and drinks. I'm a lot on the food. Food is medicine. Food is the basis. you're healthy, a healthy mind, you do the right thing for yourself and for others. Have a nice day.